Hi everyone, my name is Rena and welcome back to the Vroid Academy. In the last video, I taught you how to create a Vroid model just by adding some simple features. So we did the lips, the nose, and the eyes. So today we are going to be focusing on the hair, specifically using the presets that's already been given to us and then just modifying it a little tiny bit to make it our own. And of course there is a plane flying over as soon as I press record. We're just gonna deal with that because I don't know, everyone's flying out today. So basically we went from this to this, and we're gonna play around with this hair preset. I'm gonna show you how to do hair textures. I'm gonna show you the beginner version of doing hair textures, and then I'm gonna show you a bit more of like an advanced method of doing hair textures. So if you are interested, stay tuned and let's get started. All right, so we have our model here. I know I did these eyes last time, but I really like these ones. So we're going to go with these ones because I feel like it. I don't know, both of them are really cute. This one works depending what you're doing. Let's go with this one. I think why I don't like this one all that much is because it doesn't have an iris, which we will change that later. Okay, so here's the preset of the hair that we're going to be working with today. I would like to make the bangs come down a bit more in front of the face and pull these ones back a little tiny bit, and then change the hair color. We're going to change the hair color to a blonde to a rainbow style hair texture. I am using a beautiful person as a model. I will reveal who and which image I am using as a model, and you can see if you know who this person is. Alright, so let me go into editing of the textures. So we're going to go, because I was in hairstyle set, we're going to go to the front and I'm going to press edit hairstyle. So like I said, I want to make the bangs come down a bit more. That is a very easy fix. I can do it in one of two ways. I like doing hair this way if you're completely new because it's just easier for you and you don't really have to be really good at modifying if you're doing it this way. So you can either do it this way where you just pull the whole mask down and then see where that lays, if that's what you're looking for. I would like a bit more of a part. So the height of this is fine. I'm just going to change over some of these points. So I'm going to click on this little control point, which is the three dots at the top left, and we're going to move around some of these points to get it to where I would like it to lay. So that is all I'm going to do in this little speed run. There's going to be a reason to why I'm repositioning this to go in a bit more than it originally was, because I want to add headphones to this character in a brief moment. Well, towards the end of this. Okay, so that is what I would like for the hair here. Let's go into the textures, and that way you can see what we are actually working with and seeing how everything is laid out. So I'm just going to click on the first part here, click on materials. So we are going to create our own hair texture. So I'm going to show you the beginner friendly version. So beginner friendly, we are going to start off by erasing this whole thing. I'm going to put on mirroring. I'm just going to erase this whole texture. It's just going to be bald all of a sudden. It's super fun to do that. Alright, so the colors that we are going to be working with is a blonde at the top, Okay, so I pulled out some colors that I would like to work with. Obviously, I'm not going to use this exact style because it's going to look a little crazy. I mean, maybe that's what you want, but that's not what I'm trying to get. So I'm just made a base of the different colors that I want to work with, and then I'm just going to color over it. So first, I'm going to start with a blonde-ish color. Basically, you just want to pick your base color. Pick a nice big brush and then color the whole thing. Perfect. So this is my base colors that I want to work with. And then when I'm pulling colors, I'll just kind of mute that one and then go through. So I'm going to turn on mirroring. I'm going to make it a fader brush. I'm going to make it about a size 60. Yeah, that should be fine. Go back to that same layer, and you don't have to be perfect about it, but we're going to do a very simple, just random lines. They don't have to be perfect. I just don't want them all the way at the top because I want different colors. Next one I'm going to pick is this other blue shade. Do the same thing. And then next I will go to the purple, and I want the purple kind of towards the bottom, just so it blends nicely. Okay, and then I'm going to take this color, bringing it into the top. Make sure you're in the right layer. If you're not seeing anything, it means you're in the wrong one. And then I'm going to take this pinkish color and put that near the top. And this looks absolutely crazy right now, but we're just going to blur it all out. And it's going to take a while. You're going to listen to all the planes passing by. So I originally said I was going to do a very easy, basic hairstyle. I mean, this is kind of easy and basic. You don't have to be precise. Just pick colors that blends well, and you kind of get the same concept. And then you just play around with blending. So it's fairly beginner friendly. You don't have to be an artiste in order to make this. Although right now it looks a little crazy, it will all work out in the end. It's going to look a little muddy in certain areas, that's fine. The more blended it is without the harshness, the better it will look. And if there's certain colors you want more on the bottom versus the top, just go back and add it, and then do the same thing again, just blur it out. Alright, so we have our base. And if this is looking like what you want it to for the colors, you're going to add a new tab, a new layer, but I think I'm going to darken the bottom just a bit. You can play around with the brush size as well, and like undo the what's it called, mirroring, and that also gives you a bit of variety. The more random the strokes are, the better, I would say. I'm gonna come back when this is all blended.
A few moments later.
Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now. And then we're gonna open up a new layer, like I said, and then we're gonna add in some shadows and some low lights. So basically, we're gonna go to a bluish grayish color. I'm just gonna sample this and then go down to here. Something that's kind of in between the muddiness of what we already have. I'm gonna decrease the brush size. I'm gonna turn off mirroring. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna turn on mirroring just to make it a little quicker. For some of them, I'm gonna make some brush strokes. Make sure I'm in that new layer. And once again, they don't have to be perfect. You can make them a little lighter in color towards the top. Okay, And then all you want to do with that now, you're going to add in some of the colors that you have surrounding it around those lines. So this kind of gives it like a idea of different layers of the hair. It looks very harsh right now, but we're going to blend it in after. So I'm going to take that pink color. So it kind of gives it like shadows, lowlights, highlights. And basically you just do that throughout the hair strands. Alright, now that we've finished that, we're gonna do our favorite move, is blurring everything in. So I'm trying to go right in between the gray and the purple, or the gray and the colored part. The two colors, basically. And then the outside, I fade that out. Alright, and I believe the last thing I did was take a wider brush from a distance and blur all those lines out just a bit further, so it's still there. You still have the depth, the shadowing. It's just not as harsh as before. And that should leave you with this kind of look. If you like the more harsher lines, you can always put them back in. But I think I just left it like that, and it gives you a nice faded, multi-layered rainbow hair kind of look. Yeah, that's pretty much how I did the hair. I did this twice, so I like this one too. I think I'm going to use these ones as highlights. It's best to have at least two different hair textures when creating hair, because each character does have like slightly different highlights and lowlights throughout the head of hair. So for this, I'm going to keep those ones the same, but for this lower layer, I'm going to change it to this one. It's pretty much the same look that I have going on. I think there's some brighter pieces. And then just play around with where you want each texture to go. So like this was my original first attempt, so I will show you what that hair texture looks like. So yeah, basically the same thing. I think this one I kept the lines in a bit more than the other one. But that is one way of doing it. And then another way, I think I will show you in another video of how to do hair textures in a bit more of a detailed way. In the next video, we will go over clothing. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.